As a guy in Nigeria from a humble background and trying to make it is single-handedly one of the most difficult things you could do, at least if you're trying to do it the right way. I'm a strong believer in Sir Isaac Newton's third law of motion, that states that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. And which I kind of interpret in a way like for everything that has an advantage, will surely have its own disadvantage, which brings me to the topic of today: internet fraudster, or as we popularly refer to it as Yahoo. Unless you've been under a rock, but then if you have been in Nigeria, you should know that internet fraudster or Yahoo has been a major part of Nigeria for the past few years. And I know some people are like on the extreme end, they are not seeing the advantage, while the people involved are like, these are the advantage. Okay, my first advantage will be like going back to this my friend's story. Like he achieved things that we could not have believed could have been possible in a short while. Like for this my friend story, this guy's transformation was like less than 3 years. That even if he had went to school trying to get a degree and all of that, it couldn't have been that short. Like it's like less than 3 years he achieved everything. And then the second advantage for me is it creates opportunities for Nigerians. There was a time I was working with a friend of mine and I asked him, and then two guys were inside a very nice car and they drove past us. So I asked him, if someone were to ask you now that those two guys that pass now, what do you think that they do for a living? He was like, Yahoo. That's actually it, because out of every opportunities in Nigeria, like there are very little ones that could guarantee that kind of lifestyle for like young guys to have that kind of cars, dress that good. It was only Yahoo that was very. I know there are other opportunities, but arguably Yahoo has done that more than any other opportunities that you can actually think of. And then the third one is creativity. Yahoo or internet fraudster has brought out a lot of creativity out of Nigerian youth. Someone will create fake ID cards, someone will create fake this thing, just mad creativity. Like it brings out the creativity in Nigeria. It's just that the fact that they are not channeling it the right way, but we cannot ignore the fact that this thing is actually bringing out creativity out of some many Nigerians, like youths that are involved in this thing. Like you cannot be a dummy and tell me you want to do internet fraudster. It's not going to work. You have to be like very creative, guys. Let's talk about some of the disadvantages of doing Yahoo in Nigeria. Alright, so number one disadvantage, which is going to be this first disadvantage, which is this thing actually closes most people's eyes to other opportunities. Like once you see internet fraudster as the only means of making it big in Nigeria, it closes your eyes to other things. And then when it closes your eyes to other things and you're seeing internet fraudster as the only way of making it, it gives you this gladiator mindset. Because it's either you kill or get killed. Now, nobody's killing anybody, at least not directly. Killing in this, you getting killed in the sense that you don't want to be broke. Basically, you want to be able to fend for yourself, provide your daily needs, provide for your loved one, get your dream car, get your dream house. So if you don't do internet fraudster, that means you get killed, so you'll not be able to do all those things. Now, you killing someone is the fact that you don't care about whatever happens next. Like as long as you get your money, if the person like you can't commit suicide, you don't care about the kind of emotional thing that the person have to go through, like knowing the fact that he got scammed and those kind of things. Like you don't care. Just your own is just get your money, which is the kill or being killed. Which is going to lead me to my second disadvantage. When you get too involved in this thing, you begin to lose your spiritual life and beliefs. I don't want to sound too religious here, but then I think it takes a lot of self-talk before you can actually be okay with like all of this thing, knowing that this thing could actually cause harm to someone else. Yeah, it takes a lot of self-talk. It takes a lot of oppression, and like it's not easy. Like if there's anything Nigerian movie like from our childhood, if there's anything that they've actually engraved in our head is the effect of getting involved in all these fetish things. Like anybody that do money rituals, he runs mad, they live to regret it. That Nollywood don't do that on time. They actually do that on. They taught us that. But then you see people knowing the knowledge, like watching all those movies in our childhood now, then coming, they'll not be doing some fetchy stuff. You see people will say hot soap for me, applying soap, going to the mortuary to take their baths. Like you see boyfriend running their girlfriend mad, best friends killing each other because of this thing, just to like renew their contracts. So it has to take a lot of like self-talk, killing of small spiritual life, killing of your guy, man, your consciousness. You have to, that takes a lot. which is going to be my second disadvantage. And the third disadvantage would be to like Nigeria as a country. Like Nigeria is actually now regarded as one of the countries with the highest numbers of scammers. Like if you go outside, I watched one video on YouTube one time. Yeah, I was just like, if like, what do you think of Nigeria? And they're saying Nigerian scammers. There's some of these Hollywood film now. They'll be like Nigerian Prince, Nigerian this thing. Like Nigeria has been regarded as one of the most corrupt country. Like we have the highest numbers of corruption. Living overseas now, coming back home as a Nigerian youth, just coming back home. Thank God for SARS. I mean, we are over SARS now. EFCC is the new kid on block. But then as a Nigerian youth, if you are just saying that you have small money, guy, you are considered a scammer. There's no two ways about it. You are considered a scammer. Like that, my friend, like just two guys dressed well in a really nice car, just like they are doing Yahoo. So even if you get your money the right way, as long as the way Nigerian is now, just consider everybody a scammer. And that's it for me for this video, guys. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.